Hello and welcome to another video in the VCE Specialist Maths Student Exam Series. Today we'll look at the use of the differential equation solver to solve a differential equation where the acceleration is in a particular form. A particle moves in a straight line and it has an acceleration a and velocity v when its displacement is x. If a is equal to 1 on 2v, we're asked to find v in terms of x given that v equals 3 when x equals 0. So it's important to realise that our condition links v and x, that when the displacement is 0, the velocity is 3. And it's very important for you to realise that if the acceleration is a function of velocity, then you do have two possibilities. You could use a equals v to v dx or a equals to v dt. In this example, as the conditions relate to v and x rather than v and t, we will use a equals v to v dx. Now this question, of course, can be solved with by hand techniques, but we'll show you how to use the differential equation solver to solve it using Nspire CAS. So if we go to the next page, I've got a blank calculator page ready here. And we need to find our differential equation solver. So first of all, we press Menu, then 4 for Calculus, and then scrolling up or down, we find Differential Equation Solver and press Enter. Now, the syntax for this can be quite tricky, so it's well worth you noting this down, particularly if you intend to use the differential equation solver in your exam. Now, we had a equals 1 on 2v, and we understand that we need to use v to v dx. Now, TI-Nspire CAS recognises the v dx as v prime. So our left-hand side will become v multiplied by v, and we need to find prime. So if you press the button that contains the question mark and the exclamation mark and scroll across, you'll find the prime, right? So that there represents v to v dx. Then we press equals, and then our right-hand side is 1 on 2v. So control divided by to access the fraction template, 1 on 2 times v. Bring our cursor back up level now with the equal sign. What we need to do now is we need to add a space, so we press the space bar, type in the word and then the space bar again. So we're saying that this is a first order differential equation, and we've got a condition, so it's saying differential equation and the condition. And the way we describe this is if we go back a page, it says, given that v equals 3 when x equals 0. So the way we frame that is we say, and we require v, open bracket, 0 to equal 3. So that's saying that when x is equal to 0, v equals 3. Then a comma, then the independent variable, which in this instance is x, comma, and then the dependent variable, which in this instance is v, and we press enter, and that gives us the solution to the differential equation. The answer form looks quite sort of unfamiliar there because you've got powers of 1/3 and 2/3, but I want you to note that 3 times x plus 18 is 3x plus 54. I also want you to note that 2 to the power of 2/3 divided by 2 means that we have a denominator of 2 to the power of 1/3. So in essence, it's equal to 3x plus 54 all over 2 to the power of 1/3, or in other words, 3x on 2 plus 27 to the power of 1/3. And we can show the algebraic equivalence of this if we go up and highlight the answer and press enter to bring it down to a new entry line, and then remove the v equals, and then Move your cursor so that it's at the end of the line, and now press equals, and then type in open bracket, then control divided by to access the fraction template, 3 times x, and then divided by 2, and then plus 27, and then we're going to raise that all to the power of a third. We press enter, and what's nice about TI-Nspire CAS is it verifies that the left-hand side equals the right-hand side, which is a nice little trick that you might want to use in an exam just to check the algebraic equivalence of two expressions. One might be in a multiple choice question, and one might be obtained using the CAS, and you're not quite sure whether they are equivalent or not.